Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Once you're comfortable, can you just tell the court your name, spell your last name for the court reporter,
Yes.
please?
Nathan Spiegel. Last name is Spiegel.
Notice this right away. Nathan Spiegel isn't just a random person walking by. He serves in the U.S. Coast Guard. Prosecutors mentioned that early for a reason. Military service suggests structure, training, and responsibility. Without saying it directly, it helps build trust with the jury before the story even unfolds.
What do you do for a living right now, Mr. Spiegel?
As of now, I'm active member in the Coast Guard.
Back in October of 2022, where were you living, approximately?
At the time, I was living in around Forestville Road. I don't know the name of the neighborhood exactly.
Okay. Were you in school? Were you working at that time?
I was working.
Okay. What kind of work were you doing back then?
I believe I was doing staging and moving as well.
Back then, did you, was it a hobby or a practice of yours to ride a bike on the Greenway over that area?
Yeah, just a hobby. Getting exercise, in the afternoon.
Okay. And was that something you did fairly regularly?
Yes.
What may sound like casual background details are actually important. The prosecution is showing that this was a normal day in a familiar place. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. That way, when something unusual happens, it feels real and not exaggerated.
Remember if you were riding your bike on the Greenway on October 13th of 2022?
I do.
Can you tell us what you remember about that day?
All right, so I started out around Innocent Point Park, making my way towards Buffalo Road Park. So, as I was riding, right, that's when I got closer to hitting him behind it along the trail, and came across the first lady I had seen.
Okay.
I didn't get too close. I just saw her kind of from a distance, and I got off my bike.
Then the tone shifts. A routine bike ride suddenly turns into something serious. Listen to how calmly he describes it. There's no dramatic language, no bold claims in court. That kind of restraint often makes testimony more believable.
Let me ask you this. What drew your attention to this person?
Just seeing that she was laid out on the ground.
Okay.
And seemed unconscious.
Okay. When you ride, you wearing headphones or earbuds or anything like that?
Yes.
So had you heard anything anything out of the ordinary before
I
you
did
got?
not.
Okay. So you see someone who is laid out on the ground. What did you do?
Right, so I got off my bike. She had a small dog kind of next to her, just roaming, so it just kind of caught my attention as to what may have been going on.
Okay.
A small detail stands out: the dog wandering nearby. That detail carries weight. It makes the situation personal and signals that something is wrong. A dog calmly roaming beside someone who is fine doesn't fit. Even before jurors fully think it through, they sense it.
I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. It was a dog that was roaming. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. Like a small, did you say small dog?
It had seemed to be her dog, just the way it was right next to her.
Okay. And so you got off your bike. What did you do?
It took me a minute, just kind of looking, and then I called 911 to see if they may have wanted me to get closer or see what was going on.
Did you have any idea what was going on at that point?
I did not.
Had you ever, it sounds like you were on this Greenway fairly frequently. Had you ever had an incident like this where you needed to call 911 or?
No.
Okay. So did you call 911?
Yes.
Okay. You're on the phone with 911. I imagine they're asking you some questions.
Yes.
What happens while you're on the phone with 911?
I believe they're asking me questions about. Well, I know when I first got on the phone with them, I told them that I seen a lady laid out on the ground, and then I guess they were asking me questions about. I don't know. I'm not too sure actually.
Okay. Well, did you know what her condition was like when you first called 911?
Just seemed unconscious.
Okay. And how far away were you when you first noticed her and then called 911?
I was maybe about 30 feet.
And in that period of time where you decide to get off your bike and call 911, has she moved or anything?
No.
Is there anyone else around that you see?
So when I called 911 and I was talking with them, there were two other ladies that came up behind me that were riding their bike, and I turned around, looked at them, told them like, just kind of wait a second. So one of the ladies went a little further up on the trail and discovered another body. So then we went over to that one, saw the lady was laid out unconscious, and I repeated that to 911.
This is where things clearly escalate. Finding one unconscious person might suggest an accident, but discovering two people about 50 feet apart changes everything. Now it looks like a crime scene. Still, Spiegel doesn't jump to conclusions. He reports what he sees. That steady approach strengthens his reliability.
At some point while you're on the phone with 911, did you get close to this first person that you saw?
Yes.
And can you tell us what, if anything, you noticed when you got close to them?
Right, so I do remember seeing like a bullet casing kind of close in the grass. Aside from that, I don't recall seeing blood. But I just noticed that she was still unconscious. It didn't seem like she was breathing.
The discovery of bullet casings is a major turning point. That's physical evidence, not opinion, not guesswork. He also admits he didn't notice blood at first. Real scenes don't always look like what people see on television. That honesty makes his account stronger, not weaker.
And did you relay that information to the 911 operator, is that right?
Yes.
And I think you mentioned somebody else had gone further down the trail, one of the people that stopped with you?
Right.
Okay. What did you do after you stopped at this first person that was on the ground?
That's when I guess like the 911 operator was telling me, I guess like the situation that was at hand.
Okay, and do you remember what they said, or?
Oh, well, she described that it may have been an active shooter in the area.
And what was your reaction to that?
Just, I guess, frantic, like, okay, like, I guess I should get out of the area, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Then comes the moment when dispatch reports an active shooter. At that point his role shifts from helping to protecting himself legally and practically. His actions are viewed through that lens. Feeling fear in that situation isn't weakness, it's reasonable.
After you got that information, where did you go?
I went into the neighborhood. Along the trail, it was kind of like a little path through the wooded area to get to like the neighborhood itself.
Okay. Did you at any point go to where the second person was?
Yes.
Okay. How close did you get to that person?
I want to say maybe about like 2 feet away. Like I was just kind of right there.
Okay. And what, if anything, did you notice about the second person?
Just unconscious. Didn't seem like she was breathing either.
Okay. Did you notice any blood at that point?
I didn't. Not that I remember.
Okay. Once you saw the second person, about how far apart were they, if you remember? I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. Like, were they feet, yards?
Yeah, definitely feet. I'd say about 50.
50 feet?
Yeah.
Did you know either of these people?
I did not.
And this whole time that this is going on, are you still on the phone with 911?
Yes.
After you saw the second person on the ground, what did you do? I think you said you went up into the neighborhood. What were you doing up there?
So I went up there. I was still on the phone with 911, and I seen a man standing outside of his house. And I remember going up to him, asking him like if he had heard anything. Just hearing the information that it may have been an active shooter in the area. I just wanted to see what was going on.
Okay. And at this point, when you got into the neighborhood, and when you say into the neighborhood, do you mean like on the street, in front of houses?
Yeah.
When you got up there, were there other people out?
Yes. I believe it was that man, and a little further up the street, I did see people like outside. I don't know if they were aware of what was going on or just outside.
Okay. And based on the information that you had received from the 911 operator, did you relay that information to other people?
No, I didn't know.
Okay. While you were there with and on the phone with 911, were you there when law enforcement arrived?
Yes.
What did you do when the police got there?
So it was an officer who got out the car, and I had showed him where I had seen the first body.
And what if anything, did you do next?
Well, in that moment, he had me just get behind him as I was showing him where it was, and then he had told me to just kind of, hunch down. And other officers arrived at that same location, just, I guess, securing the area, so I was just hunched over.
Okay. And at some point, you had been riding your bike. What did you do with that? With
my bike?
Yeah.
It was just kind of left there.
Okay. Where did you go? How'd you get there?
I just want to say, once I was hunched over with the officers that were just kind of figuring out what was going on, about 15 minutes later, I was escorted to a lady's house that was in the neighborhood, and I was just there. I want to say it's maybe like 1 a.m. Okay. And I had to wait to get my bike the next day or the day after, I believe.
Okay. And y'all waited, until the law enforcement said it was clear to leave? Was this I imagine this was a bit of a chaotic and traumatic experience for you.
Yes.
Is this something you think about a lot?
I wouldn't say a lot, but it can come up at times.
And have you heard your 911 call in this case?
Yes.
Your Honor, we move to introduce and publish State's Exhibit 2, Mr. Spiegel's 911 call.
No, Your Honor.
And I think I'll connect to the system for the sound purposes.
Finally, the jury hears the 911 call. This isn't someone recalling events later, it's real-time audio recorded as it happened, raw, unfiltered, and time-stamped. Moments like this often have a powerful emotional impact because jurors hear the urgency as it unfolds.
I believe I'm ready, Your Honor.
October 13th, 2022, 17 hours, 21 minutes, 5 seconds.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
I'm on Neuse River Stream. I'm not sure my exact location. Let me look at my maps. There's a lady unconscious along the stream.
Okay. All right, sir, hang on 1 second, okay? You said you're on the trail?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it looks like there may be on over there? Hang on 1 second, okay? Where are you
What?
located?
I'm looking at my maps and it says around Arvington Lane Trailhead.
Okay, and you said there's a female down?
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, there's a lady right here.
Did you see or hear anything else?
I was riding on my bike. There's two people here that just got here with me. And I hear like a lot of, yeah, I'm on, oh my God.
Sir, what's going on there?
She's bleeding.
Okay. And is this one person?
Yes, ma'am. With her little dog on the floor.
Do you see any officers there?
No, ma'am. I just hear like a lot of sirens. I'm not sure if they're coming here or trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, can you tell me exactly where you're at on the trail so I can tell them where to go?
There's the suspension bridge.
Suspension bridge?
Yep. What's that parking lot, Kelly? Kelly, what's that parking lot?
I'm around Bay Harbor Drive. Is my address.
What's the address?
Bay Harbor Drive, along like Black Wolf Run Lane. I hear a lot of sirens, so they must be coming here.
Yes, they're already there. They're just looking for the people right now. Okay. Did you see anybody else around the female?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I didn't even like get too close. I just had seen and called immediately. Like I just wasn't sure. But I didn't hear like these gunshots. You guys said there was an active shooter. That's what I'm saying. It looked like she was over the drive.
Yeah.
Or maybe a straight bullet.
Go ahead and let me know, okay?
Yes, ma'am. What'd she say? Another person?
Is there anybody else around the female?
Another person? Holy shit.
Sir.
There might be another person.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna run down there.
Okay.
Oh my God. Hold on.
Just let
Oh
me
my
know
God.
and be careful, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Oh my God. It's another person.
Is there another person? So there's
Guys, we gotta get out the area. We gotta get out the area. She said there might be an active shooter around here. Yeah, guys, you gotta be careful.
And there's another person that was shot
Yes, ma'am. A little farther down.
further down the trail.
Yes, ma'am. We're at the marker of 13 on 3/4 with flashing on the Neuse River Trail.
Okay, can you say that marker again? 13 point what?
It is 13 on 3-4.
13.
3-4.
Okay.
Hold on, let me run up to the neighborhood, get up the chair real quick.
Okay. Keep your information. Anything, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of people outside right now.
All right, sir. Like I said, let me know if you see anything, okay? So I can update
Yes, sir.
what's going on.
Hey, excuse me, sir. You hear any gunshots around this area? You heard something? In the back of my house. Okay. Some people down.
Is he an officer?
No, ma'am. I just hear a lot of sirens, and it seems like they're kind of passing the neighborhood. I guess they're on their way.
Yeah, they're in the area, like I said.